Hey, let's go over my Friday trades. Friday was Friday rules applies day. I had a green week, and my Friday rules are: if you got a week, then don't push it on Friday and turn it into a red week. So that's kind of where I'm at. Bear with me. I bit through my tongue yesterday, so my words are a little slurred. I apologize. But how do we do today? So today I basically traded the competition. And early on, I traded the German DAX, and I will say that I had a problem there because I zoomed in a little bit too much. But let's get into the trades here real quick. So again, it's a little difficult for me on top one. I still have to figure out how we're going to do top one analysis. And I was trading really light, so I did take a silver position, made a small win there. You can see I lost the 139 on the German DAX, the German 30. Got to probably get with James Bruce and spend a little bit more time learning DAX. The first trade on ES, which was the US 500 long, was basically a scratch trade. Wasn't really going. Then I took another roll in, and I'll show you on the analysis screen just below here a little bit more about what that was all about. And won on that trade. And then where I really went in was the second trade, which was my last trade of the day, and pulled $213 in. Still trading sort of a light position in ES. So let's jump into some of the analysis of the trades. I don't have the TradingView markups for the trades. I'm still working on how I'm going to do that with Top One, or whether I'm going to do that with Top One. But I didn't trade any of my other accounts. Again, I have accounts mostly in Top Step. I have 5 accounts, and then 2 XFAs, 3 combines, and then I have a take profits trader, which I'm really kind of enjoying, and may look to make a move at some point in time. So let's look through these trades. I wish you could see my mouse cursor. Oh, there it is. It is in there. So okay, good. So there's 2 trades here. Remember, I'm mostly trading Evan and Austin's VWAP trades. I mix in James Bruce's 21 EMA because I found that confirmation, or that what I refer to as weight of the evidence, which is multiple different indicators converging, is kind of really helpful for me. So I'm looking at this. It's a little difficult. I got to fix this later on today. But right here we take, as soon as we make the OR range. Again, I don't trade those first 15 minutes. I wait to kind of see what price action is going to do. But immediately after price action set, or OR set, we were starting to break above the session VWAP for that day. We're well above the prior VWAPs, and we are trending already above the 21 EMA. So jumping in here long, trading it up. Now, I will say, let me jump over here on to TradeZilla for a second and look at this. The problem I had with TradeZilla was, you see right here, when we opened, volume was not going into leading stocks. Volume was more going into lagging stocks. It was more of a sell-off price action. You can't really tell these indicators right here. These unfortunately are in the moment indicators, and I currently don't have any way to look back. So you kind of got to low. When we're below the 0 line, I'm a little nervous. We opened up the first 15 minutes trailing down, so I was kind of going into that first trade nervous. But look over here on our advancers to decliners. You know, there was this was showing that even though the volume wasn't there, the selling volume, which could be explained for the fact that it was a Friday, we still had a pretty good up movement here. So I felt pretty good going into it. We traded in a couple of times on where we traded the tick volume up to the limit line, which could have been a couple of good fades. I don't really trade fades right now. I used to trade fades. I may again, but we had 2 potential, let me move this out of the way. We had 2 potential spots, this one candle and this one candle here, which if you were really fast, we could have traded the fades, and maybe I'll go into that a little bit next week because they're really fast scalping trades. They're a lot of fun. But if your execution isn't just perfect, and I don't know if I do that on copy trader, so that's kind of where I'm at right now. All right, so jumping in here, we trailed up in this. Let me pull over here and look at this. So here's where I got in right here. Let me add my VWAP for today. And I don't know why my 21 EMA is not on there, but we'll worry about that later. So here's where we broke above VWAP, 21 EMA, riding it up. I'm a little nervous because of market internals were not that strong. So I wasn't really confident. Let me take off the initial balance. I wasn't really that confident in this trade. So when we came up here, and then what happened was now we wicked way up and then came right back down again. Here's where I just pulled the trade because this was not a good indication. And as you can see, it went back down again. Now in the second trade over on, going back to TradeZilla here, on my second trade, you can see where we broke back above the 21 EMA and the VWAP. So we had good convergence. We had uptrending. So I was still feeling pretty strong on the bullish trades. The advances to decliners were still showing we were in bullish territory. There wasn't any reason why I shouldn't go ahead and run those trades. So the second trade of the day would have been right here. Let's go over TradingView and take a quick look at that. Yeah, okay. So here's where we broke above. We had a strong flush candle here. We were already above, we flushed right above the top of the opening range. And we continued up. So with that strong momentum, this candle right here didn't bother me as much because I wasn't seeing the reverse trail on the market internals like I did over here, but I was still a little cautious. We continued to wrap up. This candle stayed in. This candle continued wrapping up. Still don't have any kind of real serious exit right here. And let me go ahead and put the 21 EMA because that needs to be in here in order to... Sorry, I should have had that on here. All right, here we go. I look at this and I found it very useful for what I'm doing. So we're going to throw it back on here. All right, so here's where we got. We went all the way up, and right here we couldn't really break past this level. We had a pin above and then fell back right here. That's probably where I would have gone ahead and pulled it. Probably for me, it would have been this candle right here, because this candle right here, and I think that's where I put it in the analysis or in the markup. This candle was a doji. Again, doji prints here. We've kind of got equivalent top and bottom wicks. They're pretty large, but we're right in the center with a no body to the candle on a 5-minute candle. That's really telling me, we don't know if the sellers have it, we don't know if the buyers have it, but this is probably a reversal. Sellers want to step back in, and indeed in the next 10 minutes we saw the sellers drove it back in. Could have held it based on rules other than that particular more aggressive close back down over here. Still would have made a really nice trade from 60, 10, 50 all the way up, and this candle close below would have been around 60, 19. So that would have been okay. This was the better trade, exit right here, and that's where I got out for the day. Going back over here to my TradeZilla, I've started to analyze, and I'm going to do a weekly review video, I think, and talk a little bit more about these. I'm putting these back in my DRCs as the markups for each day, and at the bottom, because right now I'm still trading 1, maybe 2 micros in my account, so I'm trading really small after a huge tilt day that has put me in the red. But I'm starting to look at what's my actual risk each day on each trade. Had I been trading 5 micros this day instead of basically 1, I could have bit 1 or 2. I was trading combines, or not combines, but the top ones, so it's a little hard to equate that to micros. But had I been full in risk with 5 micros again here, I would have walked away today with $459 less commissions. And as you can see on each trade, I had a 15 tick and a 13 tick risk. 15 ticks, that's 120 some odd dollars. We're really not talking about a lot of risk. So, this is where I'm really going back and analyzing, on these types of trades, and as these rules hold over time, do I really stick to a fixed position size, or do I stick to a fixed um, risk size? And I'm thinking the latter may be the way to go. I think I'm ready to graduate to that level, and so recalculate my risk on each trade. We'll have to. I think that will be a little bit better systematic approach to scaling up. So it would kind of give me a little bit more butter, a little bit more profit, or a little bit more icing, I should say, not butter, to those trades that are really smoking, like this second trade here, without increasing the amount of risk I'm incurring. And really, that's where I think some of my scale up problems have come from. Instead of scaling up and maintaining my risk level, I've been scaling up fixed positions. So my risk level in some cases were way beyond what my risk position needed to be. So take that, look at it yourself, see if that's what you like. I hope these videos are helpful. They're helpful for me, just kind of talking through. And we'll see you in the next video. I'm going to kind of do the weekly wrap up on my WRC and let you see that.